Okay, so finally today we are going to ride the Rann, the Great Salt Sea. But first, the place where I stayed at yesterday, it's the ancient city of Dholavira. It's a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. We're going to visit that first and then head over to the Rann.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost.
What beautiful sounds. The city of Dholavira, once the great southern center of the Harrapan Civilization, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This place allows one to experience all the stages of the rise and decline of the great civilization that once lived here. Dating back 5,000 years, this is one of the best preserved urban settlements from that period. The city once housed a heavily fortified castle, a cemetery, a bailey, not this one, as in like a courtyard, bead processing workshops. Apparently, they were fashion conscious back then. Anyways, there's streets and houses of different proportion and quality which testify to a stratified social order. The city was very well planned. There were two seasonal streams that provided water to the city, which is a scarce resource in the region. A sophisticated water management system with reservoirs to manage the extremely important resource. That way to the southern reservoir. That's the southern reservoir over there. That's what it says here too, right? Yeah. Take a look around. How peaceful is it? The city wall provided access to the southern part of the city with outward gentle slope. Very gentle slope. Now, Hadappans had a unique view of death too. Now, I'll leave that to your personal research from here on. Nonetheless, a lot of things were unearthed when the site was excavated. Artifacts, jewelry, beads of various kinds, a variety of materials, in fact, though copper, shell, stone, jewelry, terracotta, gold, ivory. They even had trade with other Harappan cities. They even traded as far as cities in the Mesopotamia region and the Oman Peninsula. Towards the bead workshop and the citadel. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one Bailey Road. That's Bailey's. I'm sorry, it's just. Check out the expanse of this settlement. Right from there, this whole area. To quote the significance of this area, Harappan civilization is understood in phases. And this is one of those rare Harappan civilization sites that saw all of those phases. You know how significant that would be to be able to study the evolution and decline of a whole civilization just at one site? Now, nonetheless, of what remains of this great civilization here, it kind of compelled me to think what, if anything, is truly permanent. Back at the time of independence, India had to import salt just to meet its domestic needs. Today, we are the third largest salt producer in the world. Most of India's salt production can be traced to one region, Gujarat. How much? 75%. Now, where did all this salt come from? In the middle of a desert? This land is as fascinating to see as is the history behind it. Let's jump into some maps for a second. And for the geographically challenged, skip the next 1 minute, make it easy for yourself. Just don't burn out your brain too much. This is the Arabian Sea, and it's very important for our story today. Let's just zoom in a little bit. We just visited the ancient metropolis, Dholavira, here. This salt marsh you see here, back in the day, the whole area was submerged and was part of the Arabian Sea. So, our metropolis right here had access to sea routes, providing opportunities to trade as far as Oman, right here. Now, Kutch is the largest district in India at over 45,000 square kilometers, and that's bigger than the whole of Switzerland, in fact. This was fully submerged underwater, like I said, and was part of the Arabian Sea. Thousands of years ago, tectonic movements and earthquakes rose the seabed, causing separation from the Arabian Sea. Come every monsoon, this gets submerged in water due to the rains and is reunited with the Arabian Sea. Massive amounts of salt flows in, bringing along a variety of migratory birds like flamingos. A few months post monsoon, the water recedes, leaving behind the beautiful white, which becomes the source of salt, employment for the hard-working salt workers, and tourism.
आपने कच्छ नहीं देखा तो कुछ नहीं देखा कुछ दिन तो गुजारो गुजरात में हैं?
What a convincing invitation, sir. Let's go. Now, quick BSF permission, and we were on our way. Now, I'm not taking the highway, rather, I'm going to go through the Lake of Rann.
All right, that's where we were staying. That's where we are staying. Now we're headed to the White Rann. We earlier went down that road to see the museum, the Harappan Civilization.
There's no road here yet, so it's a bit difficult to ride. It's very isolated. I mean, no civilization isolated. Not a single settlement, hours of no one crossing, and nothing in sight but a pure white sea of salt in all directions and to the extent of your vision.
This guy must be like the king of shepherds, right? Look at the amount of cattle this guy has. There's a whole pen of cattle, man. Cattles, sheeps. There's not one person in sight. Not one vehicle went by. Just cattle and shepherds. I don't know what to say. It is so damn pretty. Till the extent of my sight, Jinnah ke dekh sakta hai, it's all pure white. That's all salt. I know I'm in your territory. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Can I please? ये तो 50 किलोमीटर मेरे खत्म ही नहीं होने के थे. I will not drive fast. This is so beautiful. Why did you stop behind? पता नहीं, maybe हो सकता है कुछ microbial life होवे, but I doubt there's any life over there. It is too saline. नहीं, there is life over there. Right in the middle, I can see specks. Those are like birds standing. I don't know if the camera can capture that much detail. Gotta stop here for a second.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong.
I don't mind riding on a road like this at all till the time you have this to look at.
Lost, never at home. Need to be strong. Every breath.
After about 20 minutes of me standing here, one bus and a car just went by. I'm gonna let them go because if I go right behind them, I'm gonna have to eat dirt. You put any living thing here, it'll just suck out all the water. Just osmosis. Basic physics, right? It's basic science. Doesn't have to be physics alone. Physics, it's physics because of the forces that cause osmosis. It's chemistry because of the chemical nature of the things that thing is happening. It's biology because what it's affecting is life. जितना भी मैं गल्ला कर रहा हूँ, I think इस हवा च there's too much salt. These are the most peaceful 40-50 kilometers I've ever driven.
I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hope. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hope. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
It may be under 50 kilometers, but it takes a lot of time to cross this road due to the road condition and the need to stop and stare at the white abyss every few minutes. Plus, you can't see the end. I mean, it's like you're in the middle of an ocean on a pile of sand. So it gets scary and paranoid. So I took over 2 hours to cross this stretch. After about an hour, it felt like the movie Dead End, just shot in paradise. Oh, it's pretty. It's very pretty. It's like an ocean with salt icebergs or saltbergs. Let me just invent vocabulary as we go. So, and I can't describe how it felt to ride against a pure white, unending backdrop. It was so healing.
This is what isolation feels like. Don't try to grip your handle way too tight when you're here. Don't let your wrists control the direction of your movement. Let the tire flow freely and let your shoulders or upper arms do most of the job. It's going to be a lot easier to ride on this terrain that way. Maintain sort of like a steady speed. You don't have to go overly slow. Overly slow also makes you lose control. Same is the case with higher speed. If you see gravel or a pile of sand coming your way, it's advisable that you brake prior to that. Don't brake on it because your bike will skid. ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਿਮਾਲਯਨ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ, this would have been a third of my effort.
Isn't it fascinating? This is the same hill range that's there in our backyard in Gurgaon, and that stretches all the way through the nation.
Alright, we need to head to Gordo, so it's gonna be a right from here. Look at the place. Rann of Kutch. Wordplay. We've got to get a permit to go inside. It's the place where we get. कहाँ से है? देख के आना पड़ेगा मुझे. I've got the permit made. This whole desert is called the White Rann. There's nothing beyond this. It's just Pakistan after this. What we've actually done is come all the way around Dholavira, come through all of that. We traversed through all of that to basically come a whole circle around here. Alright, we've now visited the Great White and had some fun, made a couple of friends here. It's time to say goodbye to Rann and let's head back to Dholavira where we'll check in for the night. Tomorrow we start our journey back.
I was advised not to take the salt sea route back to Dholavira since it was getting late, but I had to. It was paradise. That's all I had been dreaming of all day, to go back and ride that road one more time into the sunset. And that's what I did. I'm signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.